I know Asian American Heritage Month is over, but there's a few things I need to address, and it's nothing new because it's been pointed out from this book in 1997. Because this is for all of you that say, Oxford study not true, Oxford study not true. It's true, but the Oxford study does not exist. It's called Eurogamy, and it's been brought up since the 90s and even talked about in the 80s. And this book from the 1997 points out the history of how it happened. Because the history of how Asian men were depicted in Western society goes back to whatever derogatory way they could depict them that fit reality. So when they were coming over at first, they were considered as lascivious and predatory, especially towards white women during the nativist movements, until the turn of the century when they passed the Page Act, where there are no longer Asian women available and they had to turn into bachelor societies due to interracial marriage bans, now making them reverse the construct of an Asian masculinity from hypersexual to asexual and even homosexual. So this is to all the Asians that accept this racist portrayal, especially the boba liberals, and want to speak out and say, this is just how Asian men are. You are part of the problem because you are reinforcing racist stereotypes. And yes, those racist portrayals were perpetuated in American media, such as Bachelor's Father, Bonanza, Star Trek, Fallon's Crest, and so much more. Asian women, on the other hand, have been reduced to one-dimensional characters of Western representation. The condensation of Asian women's multiple differences in gross character types, mysterious, feminine, and non-white, obscures the social injustice of racial classes and gender oppression. Both Western films and in literature promote the dichotomous stereotypes of Asian women, where those both forms of media portrayed Asian women as erotic others, sensuous, promiscuous, but untrustworthy, whereas American popular culture denies manhood to Asian men. It endows Asian women with excesses of womanhood, sexualizing them but impugning their sexuality. In this process, both sexism and racism have been blended together to produce the sexualization of white racism. While the Oxford study may not exist, Eurogamy does, and it's been here since Asians have been in America. So for all the Asian women that have this agency and saying they're fighting against Asian patriarchy, no, you're not. You're just reinforcing white supremacy, and I just gave you proof.